Namaste. Hi, welcome to Psychic Frank's Mystery School. Today is Thursday the 12th, and this will be re-aired on Saturday the 14th of October. Challenging the status quo. Yeah, on the 19th we have a Libra New Moon coming up. And this Libra, the sun's in Libra right now, and what's going to happen is Venus and Mars are going to be entering Libra in a couple of days. I have the exact days written down here. Please bear with me. Yeah, Venus moves into Libra on October 14th, and Mars a few days later moves in. Excuse me, this wire, I'm getting a little strong. I'm all wired up here. Wired on wires. It's just a joy to be at Public Access TV. We're in San Francisco, I believe one of the best city. For me, you know, San Francisco is one of the chakra points of the earth. And not many people can actually live and rally here. A lot of people come here, transform, and then they go somewhere. They go elsewhere. But so as true natives, even though I'm not a native, I feel like I've lived here more than I've lived anywhere else. And I've been here since '72. Yeah. So anyway, Venus moves into Libra. Intellectual, graceful energies in the air, harmonious. Go in the air. Do anything to make the balance. They make great diplomats, Libra people. Well, what's going to happen on this full moon is Aries is the opposite of everything Libra is. It's all about me, all for one, and I'm the one. Uh-oh, maybe that's an Aries person upset that I'm. Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, who am I speaking with?
You speaking with an old friend of Mystic One. How are you doing this evening, Frank?
Greg.
This is Greg Ledbetter.
Hey, my friend. Actually, I don't have your chart with me, but let me just have your birthday. Happy birthday. That's my favorite Virgo person.
Thank you. Happy birthday to you too, Frank. I didn't mean to interrupt your monologue that you got going.
Yeah, that's
but
okay.
I got a chance to sit in and catch your show, and I've been missing your guidance. So,
well, you could get them on YouTube. Just type in Psychic Frank's Mystery School /new, and because I'll be up here tomorrow at Bayvac, and I upload them. It takes a few minutes. So yeah, they're on YouTube. So you can have a Psychic Frank catch up. Let me pick a card. So what's your birthday again?
Hey, I am 9862.
Okay. Okay, so this is a completion year for you. You should be detangling yourself from things. And actually, last month, it was my October of my 9 year. You and Denise took me to Bayvac, and I signed the papers, took the classes, and that April I started my show. Well, October was a 9 months for you in a 1 month in a 9 year. Actually, this is October. Yeah, so I'm glad we're talking now. So everything I'm doing now is like all started in October of my 9 years. So be aware now. This month's just starting. Carly, I have when you let me just open your. Let me just. What would you say? 62? You were born in 62.
Correct.
Okay, let me open this ephemeris. 62. 62, September 62, April, May.
Hey, Frank, while you're doing that, I want to let folks that are viewing know that you've been a mystic guidance partner of mine for many years, and because of your guidance, I'm proud to say that I'm a member of the City and County Mental Health Board, and some of the things that you've told me actually has manifested itself in my life. and I thank you so much for your help.
Thank you. Well, back at you. It humbles me. I get that a lot. I've been getting that a lot for years and years, but it never gets old. I tell you, the thrill is not
I,
gone. Well, I say
you're good. You're
nothing, no
doing
amount of
well.
money, nothing can make you as feel as another human being can make you feel. And when someone comes up to me and tells me you helped me change my life or this or that, I mean that just is like that's just it's like just lifts me. It just totally lifts me. Okay, so your power day is Saturday. That's your power day. Okay, your sun is 14 Virgo. So if I'm not mistaken, um, let me get this. I'm looking at the chart for the Libra new moon. New moons are all about pressing the reset button on our emotions, and this one, Libra, is, as I said, it's all about harmonious. What makes this one very unusual, this new moon coming up, is because directly opposite this sun and moon will be the planet Uranus. Question this, rebel against the status quo. What we're doing now is still the Uranus-Pluto conjunction. So this stuff with, let me see, what's going on here? Yeah, you are a new moon baby, sun and moon in Libra, I believe. No, moon in, no, moon in Sag. Let's see what else we get here. Oh, your Mercury's in Libra, so that's what's going on now. This, looking here. Okay, here's the Scorpio stuff going on. Your Neptune is 11 degrees Scorpio. So the first 3 months, like October, it just started. This Jupiter and Scorpio just started the other day. So the first 3 months, it's all about the early signs. I wouldn't consider 11 that early. So it's going to be, as you begin the year, as you start the year off, you'll have Jupiter transiting your Neptune. Neptune, that's increases your spirituality. Okay, so this is your 9-year, detangle yourself. Say your name a few times for me.
Gregory, Gregory, Gregory.
How's that cat of yours?
Oh, she's doing great, Frank. Thanks for asking.
Well, I'm off of Facebook now. So you won't be seeing anything from me. I'm in Facebook jail. Well, I just
Why?
discontinued. Well, a few months ago, this girl I went to high school with, this woman, she was a real nasty woman back in, but at least she had her looks going for her back in high school. I mean, she was dating like, killers back in the, killers and gang members. She was dating like, she was a hitter chick back in the 60s, and somehow, she was never a friend of mine on Facebook, but somehow one of her friends who somehow, on my Facebook page, there was a picture of Ivanka Trump, and my show gets aired at prime time, so I can't say the word I used, but I said she was a boinking Nazi, a Nazi boinker. And out of nowhere, this woman who I haven't even forgotten about, Bridget, married some Polish guy, but she's originally Italian. And she says, I'm telling the Facebook people what you did. You're not allowed to use that language on Facebook. Blah, 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 blah. So I guess that it took a few months, but she got me off of. So I figured, you know what? Yeah, I just realized on the way over here, Facebook is like the #1 provider. I mean, millions and millions and millions of Americans get what they know about news, not from MSNBC, they get it from Facebook. And if Facebook's being infiltrated by the Russians, I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe it's the universe. So anyway, I'm taking it as a badge of honor. My best friend up in Oregon, Aaron, said to me, "Oh, Frank, I don't know any of my friends who haven't called me or all of a sudden posted. I just got out of Facebook jail, So anyway, they're punishing me, and I just discontinued the account. I figured, you know what, I need to spend more time with my Gabby. So anyway, I got that out of the
well,
way. But
Frank, we're each other's mystic, and believe me, There's more good that comes out of your show and what you do, and all the other people that wants to say something bad about it.
Oh,
So
you're too
all
cool. Yeah, yeah. Well, we could go spend the
I can
whole.
say
We could
is,
spend this whole rest of the time complimenting each other for what we do. I mean, yeah, I'm totally impressed with what.
you
Yeah,
silly.
9, 10,
No,
16,
no, I
17,
don't want to hold up
18.
your show.
Well,
I
see,
don't want to
you're
hold up your
you're an
show. So
8
please.
life path. See, and you've made it work for. Well, eight's all about efficiency. If you add up all your numbers and reduce them to one digit, you get 8. See, so you know how to get things done. The shadow of having that efficient 8 life path is you see inefficiency everywhere. You know, and that's what's going on now. The end of the Piscean age now. Where so this is a big new moon coming up. So let's get all connected now. Um, and it's funny. I was saying every color vibrates to a number. You know, every number vibrates to a color. 8 is rose, coral, and I remember I said you should name the cat Rose, and you did because Rose gave you her or something. But always the color rose. You know, just the other day, you know, I used witch hazel. You know, it's my secret. My beauty secret. And the other day at the Whole Foods at Rainbow Grocery, they make it alcohol free with rose. And I thought, you know, so I put it on with a cotton thing, and after I shave, I put it all over my mug, and because it really is a natural thing that works wonders. And okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I smelled like rose. I said, "Oh God, people are gonna think somebody's old man, old auntie got on the bus or something because I smelled like a rose." But I love that smell. When you're around saints, you'll smell flower. When I've had really intense spiritual experience, that were always uh, I always knew that was going to happen because I would all of a sudden start smelling out of nowhere. This smell would start happening, but that's another story. Okay, the information coming in for you. We got the page over here. There you are. You're starting a whole new cycle. This you know, it's all about Neptune dissolving boundaries and borders, and now we got these people doing the opposite of that. You know, yeah, people just grab your North Node is you know people just seek you out for what you're doing. You know, so, yeah, you're connected with just the right people. You know, there was this thing I was reading in one of my books on Tibetan Buddhism, where this guy said he was talking to His Holiness the Dalai Lama years ago, and he said, "You meet so many people, hundreds a day, thousands a week, yet every one really blows your mind." You know, you get, and he said, "Oh yeah, because." You know, I've been around for, like we all have. We've been around for eons. So everybody I meet in one life, I've obviously crossed paths with them. So it's good to see them again. You know, so you know, you got that already, whether you know it or not. Because every time I see you, you know, to see you, to know you is you know, like Mother Teresa said, we draw our family circles too small. Well, you know, you ever since I've known you, and that's going on 30, 40 years, 30 years, 20, 30 years,
Yep.
you've always never seen anybody, you know, the whole world is your human, your brothers and your sisters, you know, you've always been, you know, Brother Greg, you know, everybody, you know, so it's not a stretch. You've been authentically congruent with your, you know, doing the dance of life in the world. You're a bodhisattva. There's this new beginning coming up for you. Yeah, this 9 vibrates to all the colors of the rainbow, so dust out your rainbow flag, and get ready for some red, because you'll have a whole, the drawbridge goes down, and opportunities that have been waiting 9 years could come into your life. So be detangling yourself, and also at the same time this year, living life to the 9s. Yeah, things are coming in for you. The swiftness card. And there's that 8. You're an 8 life path. So how old are you right now?
May 55 on the 9th of September.
Yeah.
On the 8th, I'm sorry. I haven't forgot my birthday. On the 8th.
Well, see what happens when you guys on my 9 year and my 1 month when you and Denise took me here. Um, 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 I that was fated. Yeah, that was totally fated. Bum, 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 bum. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you're working with your angels. Look at this, your throat chakra, you're totally all purified there. The King of Cups, emotionally established. Your crown chakra is lovely. The Knight of Wands, eternally 29. Well, as I said, you've always, always had that humane heart. Give me a call and at home and yeah, this whole let me see where the Libra is in your chart. Let me just leave you here because I know you. Oh yeah, well your Venus isn't in Libra, but let's see, on the 8th of September 1962, Venus went into Scorpio. She went from 29 Libra to 0 Scorpio. So what's happening now is Jupiter is on your Scorpio. So Jupiter expands your happiness planet. So it's interesting. I brought Louise Hay with me. You know, she passed away last month.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Well, she was
to hear
almost
that,
100. She almost made it to 100. But, I would, for you, open up her book to page 119, and she says right here about open your arms. I sit at least once a day with my arms stretched out from side to side, and I say open. I am open and receptive to all the good and abundance in the universe. And then she says, I am willing to change. I am willing to release old negative beliefs because sometimes I have to work with these two affirmations a lot in order to open a space to begin creating prosperity. See, because this 9-year cycle coming in now is going to be a very prosperous one, but you got to work a little. You know, you got to, as I said, thank God you don't have a lot of Virgo in your chart, but having the Sun in Virgo, and Pluto, yeah, Sun conjunct Pluto. Yeah, you come in to, work with the pictures Norman Rockwell forgot to paint. We want to release that fixed income mentality. Do not limit the universe by insisting you only have only one a certain salary or income. That salary or income is a channel. It is not your source. Your supply comes from one source, the universe itself. There are infinite number of channels. We must open ourselves to them. We must accept our consciousness, in our consciousness, that supply can come from anywhere and everywhere. Then when we walk down the street and we find a penny or a dime, we say thank you to the source. It may be small, but new channels are beginning to open. And now your affirmations are, I am open to and receptive to new avenues of income.
Oh, you took the words out of my mouth, Frank. I was going to tell you, I am open and receptive for all the universe has to offer.
Yeah, I have now received my good from expected and unexpected sources. I am an unlimited being, accepting from an unlimited source in an unlimited way. Yeah, you're you come in when paradigms shifts are happening, and you are totally hooked up with your guide, the Apostle Peter and Paul there. Yeah, your life is a prayer. Your life is a prayer. So this whole big thing now with Jupiter on your Venus, think back to 12 years ago. That was the last time that happened. And the stuff going on with Capricorn is in opposition to your Mars. But that's really over, that's really the 8-degree orb to your Mars. I tell you, this whole new cycle you're starting is by when in Rome, do as the Romans, so when January 1st comes along, you have to, change your numerology. You're in a 1 year. But you're such an old soul, there's this overlapping until the spring. So, but definitely this 9-year cycle coming in for you is one you're definitely going to be happier around for. Okay, well, I want to talk some more about all the sun and all this Libra energy now, and then give me a call or pop in. You know where I am.
Yes, I do, Frank. Namaste, and thank you so much for your help.
No, as I'm filling you up with your own light and love, I feel like I'm cheating, but I see all the love around from your sister and her family. I guess they're your family too, but you know her children and
And
people
you
like
too.
yeah. So you
And you
got
too.
yeah.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you, my brother. Okay, pay attention to your
Have a good day.
dreams.
Bye bye.
Okay, good night. Bye. Well, that was fun. Yeah, so the sun's in Libra now. It's all about relationships. Um, and let me see, I brought Donald Trump's chart, the United States of America's chart. We still have plenty of time if anybody else wants to call, 861-6648. Yeah, I don't know. Richard and Rance you know, we communicate. It's all about communication. We all need each other. And like there was this thing on YouTube from 1969 when Nixon wanted to take out thousands and thousands of dollars from PBS, public broadcasting, and literally get rid of Sesame Street. And Fred Rogers said that I'll get back to that. Hello. Hi.
Frank,
Yeah.
it's Andrea.
Hey, Andrea. All
How
of
you
my old
doing?
friends are calling me today.
It's like old home week, huh?
Yeah. So I'm in Facebook jail, and I just I didn't like close the account, but I put it in suspended animation because I figured, you know, I just got to take a chill from that. Yeah, this woman said, what's that sound coming from? Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
no, I put you on speaker because I'm in my bedroom.
Oh, I see.
You want me here?
Okay. No, we're good. We're good. So there was some kind of a sound going on, but it's not there anymore. Well, you know, I was just,
Okay.
I'm reading this, I'm really into this Suro Das, Lama Suro Das, and I got this out of the library, Awakening the Buddha Heart. And he talks about all this energy in Libra is only going to get more intense as we get on we approach this new moon, and after it with Mars joins Venus. And he talks about life is about relationships, the relationship we have with ourselves, with each other, with the world, as well as the connection to that which is beyond any of us. It's like, you know, realizing we are never alone, like Mother Teresa keeps on saying. Nonetheless, at one time or another, most of us feel disconnected from this knowledge, you know, like around 10 times a day for me, of our place in this great web of being. We lose sight of where we belong, and instead we experience intense feelings of loneliness, alienation, confusion. Trying to find the way back to our place in the whole is what the spiritual seeker's search is all about. It represents a journey home to who we are. It's like, yeah. Well, you know, on my way here, I was thinking I want to mention with Pluto and Capricorn, just went direct now. Capricorns are really being blessed. Yeah, their whole life is changing. One where if the sun, their very physical being, is being upgraded, and that's collectively. This is all in in America's money house. And then I simultaneously had the thought, oh, and Cancer people too, Frank. You can't leave out Cancer people, and you have a lot of Cancer in your chart. So there's this opposition to, which is just as, once again, it's just as good as a conjunction to Pluto. And once again, it's like an exceptional blessing. You got to see it as that. Yeah, you know, it's, and as this new moon happens, so give me a call about that and we'll talk more about that. But just for now, let me just cut the cards.
Okay, well, I'll tell you real quick, you know, that application that we've been talking about, that fell through, which I don't understand what happened there. So.
Oh, okay. Well, there's something better in store then.
Okay,
well then let me see what I'm getting. Say your first name.
Andrea.
Okay. And your birthday again?
6/29/1965.
6/29. Okay. So this is your 3-year. Okay. good I don't have your chart right in front of me, because now I'm doing it just with the vibrations I'm getting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, you know, maybe you can't see it now, but be grateful for what they say, unanswered prayers. More tears are shed for answered prayers, you know. So let's see. As I said, 3 and 6 is 9. So this is your 1 year, and this is an 11 month. Yeah, because your day and month vibrates to 8. And then, let me see, 9, 10, 11. 29 is 11, and 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so actually this is a completion. Yeah, this is a completion year. And the fact is there's other applications in there too, equally as this is just one, but there's actual other unit, you know. Let's see what else I'm getting here for you. Okay, information coming in about money, Page of Pentacles. Information at the base chakra. Good to hear your voice. What a surprise. Okay, Jupiter in Libra. Let me just, what's the year of your birth again?
1965.
Okay, so 9, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. Okay, 3, oh yeah, you're an 11. Yeah, you're an 11. How could I forget that? Okay, so let me see. 1965. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Yeah, so all this Pluto action now is on opposition to your Mercury, so your senses are of communication are really, and that Mercury Venus, that's what's going on now, is all going to be lit up for the next couple of years. I'm looking here to see something about the. 29. Okay, let me see. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it's all about Pluto in opposition to your Mercury, about to go from one house to another. Yeah, Pluto moves like molasses. There you are, taking dominion of your life. You're in the right place. The power chakra, that looks like San Francisco to me, looking out at the bay. The Fool, there's the heart. The Fool, that's a beautiful card to have at the heart. I like that.
Okay.
The throat chakra is not a bad card, Major Arcana. The forehead area is the Tower, so yes, you will be moving. Yes, there's no doubt about it. It's just, you know, this is just, and I did say you're in a 1 year starts in January. When in Rome, do as the Romans. And January 1st, your 1 year is here, and this is the 10 of Pentacles. So there's no missed opportunities. I tell you, years ago, there was this guy in East Oakland, an Italian guy, and a straight guy, and I had such a crush on him, and he taught me a lot about astrology, and it wasn't cheap. I would pay him like $150 an hour, but a lot of what I learned from him is amazing. And he used to work for suicide prevention, volunteer, and he would tell people to put down the gun, get off the ledge, you know. And when were you born? And he'd do their charts real quick in his head, and it was always a missed opportunity. Missed opportunities don't happen that often. They're very rare, actually. But when they happen, people want to kill themselves. So what I'm saying is there's no missed opportunities. You know, the Lord works in mysterious ways, and this was just, as I said, it's something even better in store for you. Yeah, so in the meantime, what they say, never disappoint a child or an alcoholic. This happened for me, not to me. I'm not a child, an alcoholic. In the meantime, use this Libra energy. it's going to be real easy to charm people with kindness, and and you sort of, with all that Cancer, you take on a lot of what's happening atmospherically, so it's with all, this is the last two, Venus and Mars are the last two in Virgo, and as I said, the 14th of this month and the 22nd of this month, they both will be in Libra, and then there'll be a whole lot of Libra energy going in, and things are going to be a lot. Now is when you need to be really, really kind to yourself now, and instead of letting your mind, I just, one of the texts here, I did her chart, and I said to her, she has a lot of Virgo in her chart, and I said, worry is a dark room where negatives develop.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of nostalgia going on now. It's going to be happening over the next month. Your family has really changed. Your relationship has really been upgraded. Everything's been upgraded in your life. It's like that movie, that movie Idiocracy, where the pimp's name is Upgrade.
Yeah.
I love that, Upgrade. But it just seems the word upgrade, it's it's Pluto's, change. Let me just, before I close this energy with you now, and then just give me or pop by this weekend. Let me just clear it now, because you're telling me to tell you that you're dealing with base chakra stuff now. So in the meantime, just keep on boxing things up, and and just act as if, what do you say? People say, when I believe it, I'll see it. No, when you believe it, you'll see it. Most people have it the other way around. When I see it, I'll believe it, Frank. No, when you believe it, you'll see it. So don't, like Bernie Siegel says, those who don't heal just simply don't have the imagination it takes. I mean, every time I see you, you get healthier and healthier looking. I know I have a psychic I see every November, and he's like my barometer, because I can't see it in myself, but when Joseph comes around every November, he lives in
Well, you've certainly been a big help to me these last 2 years. I mean,
like a
from the first time we met, and
isn't that funny?
Now,
I met you in Greg's living room, and
I know.
and now here you are calling me my fan club, the Psychic Frank fan club. Okay, as I fill you up with the light and now this is the same card in the same position. Yeah, it's all about working with the money thing, But boy, there's that power, the second chakra. You are so in the present. Well, I was reading something, and I'll show you about what this book says by Lam. What's his name? He says spiritual teachings universally remind us that we are an integral and essential parts of a greater pattern. There is an exquisite meaning and coherence to life. I'm not talking about a perfectly ordered theistic universe or fixed destiny. What I'm describing are cosmic principles and universal laws that are always at work. I believe we can discover and align ourselves with these principles. What I'm describing are cosmic principles and universal laws that are always at work. I believe we can discover and align ourselves with these principles, perhaps even become masters of them. No matter how lost we may be, it is possible to find our place within the whole. And this is the line that blows me away. We can get, quote unquote, there from here. Wherever here may be for you is right now. Here, quote unquote, after all, is within the word there. Like it's T.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Be here now, and right here, right now. There are so many things going on behind the scenes in your behalf, bringing you into greater good. Life is wonderful. Okay, I didn't realize it, but there must have been a bullet there, and I dodged it. I'm loved, so if I didn't get it, there must, no doubt about it.
Good point.
Yeah, in the meantime, right now, I'm not trivializing. You're going through a dark night of the soul. Remind yourself you're going through it to learn something. You're not being punished. This is a gift. Remember I said earlier, like, not only are Pluto's being very gifted, maybe they either have been going through now or will be going through totally not cosmetic, but big transformations. And then the afterthought I have was on my way here today was, oh, you got to mention Cancer too. And then I thought of you, and here we are talking.
And here I am.
Yeah, so yeah, you're feeling this Pluto stuff, and it's so.
Yep.
Well, I don't know exactly where Aries is in your chart, but give me a call tomorrow, and I'll whip out your
Okay.
chart. Because get ready for the unexpected. Everybody on this new moon, it's not going to be your blasé new moon, because Uranus is in direct opposition, and that's like, so culturally, we're going to see something hit the maybe Mueller. I'm going to talk more about Mueller's chart after we get off the phone here, but all this Scorpio energy in Robert Mueller's chart is in
I'm
his
going to let you
first
go,
house.
Frank, so you can get to that, okay? I think you gave me enough information for now, but yeah, it sounds good.
Yes, and
sounds
so
good.
do you.
All right.
Okay,
Okay, I'll
pay
catch up
attention
with
to
you
your
later.
dreams.
Thank you.
Namaste. Thanks.
Namaste.
Namaste. Well, it's nice to feel the love. Well, actually, yeah, Jupiter has been on my Venus in Libra, so and now Jupiter's in Scorpio, and actually Jupiter brings rewards. So for the United States of America, you know, I was looking at the United 4th of July, 1776, and what I got was stuck out in my mind when I saw this was that Pisces is an intercepted constellation in America's third house, conjunct our moon. So spirituality is, and our day and month vibrates to 11, the 4th of July. So on a daily basis, we have to remind ourselves, like Einstein said, being morally, enlightened, and we've got the people like what I tell you. Let's look at Donald Trump's chart. Donald Trump, the Chumpers. The Chump's chart, the destroyer, the divider in chief. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention something before I do some cards here about, because I heard it the other day and it rang a bell with me. It rang a bell. Did you know? Did you know? The term conspiracy theorist was a term made popular by the CIA to stop critical thinkers from asking questions about the JFK assassination. In a memo called Countering Terrorism, Countering Criticism of the Warren Report. That was the name of the memo. And I actually saw it. This was written in the 64, but the actual 64 thing was uncovered and published for the public in 76, and I saw that copy on. I did some research on now that I'm not bothered by Facebook anymore, I can delve into other things. More. Facebook is really just show and tell. But I'm going to miss a few of my friends, but I'll just have to send them a letter. Okay, so conspiracy, because in a memo called Countering Criticism of the Warren Report, the CIA set out to make the term conspiracy theorist a weapon to be used against anyone who questioned the government's secret activities and programs. And they're using that word still to today. It's gotten, if anything, it's gotten more dynamic with time. Yeah, stupidity is contagious, and we've got the, like I heard on one of the shows, they referred to Donald Trump as the typhoid Mary of stupidity. Yeah, in '67, the CIA repeated the label, created the label conspiracy theorist to attack anyone who challenges the official narrative. The claim of eyewitness testimony is unreliable. They accuse, that's the claim of it, that eyewitness theory, people who actually saw, several gunshots and said it wasn't just Oswald. They were just tossed out. They're unbelievable. They accuse theorists of being wedded to and infatuated with their theories, of being politically motivated and having financial interests and all that. Not a so yeah, and also I'm never going to stop saying it until I finally hear it, but you're going to be hearing a lot more about entitlements. No, what they're saying is entitlements is they want to steal our earned benefits. Big pharmacy now kills more people than illegal drugs. I love this. Believe in yourself and all that you are, knowing there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle. Now is when we got to really get our inner strength going on, like we never knew. And as I said, if you're not paying attention, you're not outraged. Did I get a call? I'm hearing bells. Oh, we only have a few minutes left here. I was at the library the other day and I found this for $1. Healers and Healing. And I couldn't believe, at the public library in San Francisco on Wednesdays from 11 to 4, they have these card tables and all these books, like hundreds and hundreds of books for $1. I mean, all of them, no matter what. And this has got Norman Cousins, Ram Dass, Larry Dossey, Shanti Garwin, Louise Hay, and I'm real big on Norman Cousins, and bless his soul. And what he said was, where is that? Norman Cousins. The healing system is not, well, he wrote this, he was, probably in the 60s, because he healed himself from cancer. Those are, not familiar with Norman Cousins, by laughing himself cancer-free. And now it's common knowledge that, when we laugh, we put all kinds, stress is the number one killer, and they want you to be stressed out. Trust me, they don't want you to not be afraid. They want you to be stressful and fearful, because that makes them more powerful. And also what he said here about the healing system is not treated as much as such in medical textbooks. It is not listed in the index along with digestive system, circular system, the automatic nervous system. The healing system is said to be just another term for the immune system. Yet the immune system does not appear to be repair a broken bone or close a wound, and even it attempts to combat infectious resulting. We don't let the body do its healing system. Involves this protective mechanism, but it also superintends. And then he talks about the human body is a composite manufacturing plant superior to anything known in industry or technology. In addition to putting just the right atoms where it should be, he talks about the brain is both a set of consciousness and a gland, perhaps the most prolific gland in the human body. The secretions produced by the brain help to reduce pain, activate biological forces that can combat invaders, stimulate the production of enzymes and the chemical substances, and increase the number of disease-fighting immune cells. Some immune cells, for example, have the capacity to pry open, he's talking about cannabis oil right here, pry open cancer cells and deposit, for example, have the capacity to pry open quote-unquote cancer cells, deposit the body's own chemical poisons, killing off the cancer cells one by one. All these variables must be included in the healing equation. The physician brings the best medical, he talks about how no one should ever leave the doctor's office without hope. I got to pause that, because I've been doing healings now since 82, 83 in the AIDS epidemic. And so many times I would say to the doctors, can't you say something to give my friend hope? And they'd say, they have these root words. They learn these phrases in medical school that we think it's cruel. How old are you? 36. I got shoes older than you. and they're the head of these big institutions. So yeah, hope is out. And so things have gotten a lot worse, Norman Cousins, if you could hear me now. Yeah, pharmaceutical, there's no truth in advertising. You listen to the ads, and I find myself screaming at the TV set because the healing equation, therefore, the doctor should never leave his client without hope. Oh, but they got money to make. American doctors don't just need one home. They need 5 homes. They just need one yacht. They need 5 yachts. Yeah, it's all about more is better. Yeah, when the healer, you got to get rid of the fear first. A lot of times when people come for a healing, or I go to a hospital to work on somebody, and 45, 50 minutes of that hour I spend with them is getting rid of all the fear. Then you can get the healing. It only takes a nanosecond, it's getting rid of the fear. So, fear, whatever it takes, but you got to, work on it. Like Larry Dossey says, getting well isn't the whole thing. It's learning how to be, the whole process. Death, a life well lived, and death is a blessing. It's an involvement. It's a graduation ceremony. Who cries at a graduation ceremony? Well, Vladimir Putin has this rising sign, 3 degrees Scorpio. So next month, Vladimir, who's in a completion year. So Vladimir is going to start 2018 with Jupiter conjuncting his Venus. So he's very happy. He's very happy that, as far as he's concerned, no matter what happens now, it's been a win-win. He's done his job, and 2018. He's at that. Let me see what I'm getting. I'm going to pick a card for Vladimir while it's in front of me. He and Donald are kindred spirits there, giving each other gifts. Yeah, they're in their totally little interesting fascist bubble. He's such a, I guess I was a nerd and not realizing it, but I didn't leave high school without knowing about fascism. I guess a lot of people are not aware of that. In case I hate to close so fast, but in case we close, I'll be back here, God willing, on the 26th. So remind yourself now, I want to read a little bit about this Libra New Moon coming up. This Uranian Libra New Moon inspires an evolutionary leap. This is Emily Trinkus in the Mountain Astrologer. As I said, I'm a psychic who uses astrology and numerology to help me with my time frames, because a lot of psychics are challenges. They get clear pictures, but they could be like years away. And I think over the years, and I was taught that way by Norma and everybody in the mystery school. So anyway, the Uranian New Moon coming up inspires an evolutionary leap into a more transcendent and expansive awareness. Because Jupiter will throw lightning bolts to get you on the right path. See, and this Jupiter in Scorpio for the United States of America, all this Scorpio energy now is in our 11th house, forming a really sweet aspect to our Neptune in the 9th house. When we don't allow ourselves, people from foreign countries becoming Americans, we really are hurting ourselves, because our Neptune in Virgo in the 9th house says that's what keeps us healthy. So what Donald Trump is doing by wanting to stop all this stuff is, he does want to destroy. He wants to destroy. He is definitely. Let's see what's going on with Donald. Let's see, Donald, Vladimir. Oh, here he is. Oh, and then that little Nazi Mike Pence. Oh God. Okay, so all this Jupiter and Scorpio energy for Donald Trump is all happening in his third house. Yeah, he had his Jupiter return this year, so he worked. He totally he got a wide audience. That's for sure. Let's see what we need to know about Donald Trump. Trump, June 14th, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's see how much longer. How much longer are we gonna put up? Well, definitely, as I said, the word is out now. He's a moron, a spoiled brat moron, and I don't think he'll be able to get anywhere near the nuclear, code, wherever you press those numbers in. Now, there's probably people sleeping around the clock around that room that houses those things, because there's literally a madman. Isn't it interesting? The Revolutionary War came when England had a mad king, and now here we are, 240 years into it. Pluto's making its first go round, and to get us to make these paradigm changes, the universe has conjured up. Well, see, we've all had anybody on the planet. America has had a chance to get Jupiter and Scorpio, Libra, and we've got an education and relationships this year, because most people are not from New York or know New Yorkers, and now everybody knows what a New York con artist is all about, what a flim-flam man is about, and so it's not going to be ugly when a group turns on you. Hello.
Oh, he just go in there. Go in there. Go in there.
Okay. Listen, I got to go now. It's been fun. I appreciated the time inviting me into your space. I hope you can tune in to Denise Stories on, she'll be here this very chair, 6 o'clock on the new moon. She'll be here on the 19th at 6 o'clock, Liberal Buzz. And be kind to each other. And so we've all learned about relationships now and why we create these, instead of blaming what in me, because lessons don't go away until they teach us what we were supposed to learn. So instead of blaming the universe, start saying, okay, I'm taking responsibility. There's no mistake of me living through this. And then, boom, 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 the lessons start coming by. Swiftness. I love you all.